Hood, Outlaws and Legends was a player versus environment heist game built around the idea of two teams controlled by players racing to steal a treasure chest from heavily armed AI guards, and for a brief moment, it really felt like something new in the multiplayer world. Players chose from outlaw-inspired classes like the Ranger, which we also know as Robin Hood, the Hunter, Brawler, and Mystique, each offering their own stealth, melee, or ranged approach. The matches pushed both squads through phases of hunting for a key, cracking the vault, and dragging the chest toward an extraction point while fighting not only each other, but elite state soldiers, including the sheriff who patrolled the map. The tone was gritty, world was oppressive, and the concept delivered a medieval heist experience that stood apart from anything else at that time. When Hood first released in May 2021, a lot of people felt the game had serious potential. The atmosphere was strong, the maps was well designed, and the mix of stealth and full-on brawling made every match unpredictable and tense. Some players praised the class design too, pointing out how different each role felt and how well the game rewarded coordinated team play. And when everything clicked, a perfectly timed ambush, a clean stealth steal, or a chaotic final extraction fight, the game produced some of the most exciting team moments you can get in multiplayer at the time. For a while, it had a small but passionate community that believed the game could grow into something big, me included. But despite the potential, Hood, Outlaws and Legends ran into several problems that slowed its momentum almost immediately. The early matchmaking issues, long queues, unstable connections, and inconsistent team balancing hurt the game right when first impressions mattered the most. On top of that, Hood launched with a limited amount of content, only a handful of maps, and essentially one primary competitive mode. Players burned through the experience very quickly, and without new content rolling in regularly, the game struggled to keep people engaged. Balancing problems also emerged as certain classes outperformed others, leading to frustration in higher level play. Sumo Digital Newcastle, the team behind the game, wasn't able to deliver content updates at a reasonable speed. Communication became less frequent, and with the player versus environment genre being already niche, the player base thinned out even further. Eventually, support dropped significantly, and by 2023, it was officially announced that Hood, Outlaws and Legends would no longer receive updates or new content. The servers remained online, but with no active development and a shrinking player community, matchmaking became difficult without coordinated groups. Today, Hood, Outlaws and Legends exists in a shutdown state. It's a game that had a genuinely unique idea, moments of brilliance, and a community that wanted to see it succeed so badly. But a combination of technical problems, content droughts, and slow development ultimately brought about its downfall. For many players, it remains one of those almost great games, one that could have thrived with more time, more support, and a little bit more luck. If you enjoyed this breakdown of what happened to Hood, Outlaws and Legends and want more deep dives into forgotten or underappreciated multiplayer games, make sure to subscribe and stick around. Welcome to Mr. Unleashed World.